Hi, gang. Rob here. It is the evening of 11 December 2025. Thursday night at 9. Must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I'll also print them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel that will help you along in the process of navigating the Thursday night knife sale. The first link goes to my video entitled A Primer for Buyers. That is what it sounds like. It's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It goes through in great detail why we do things and how every Thursday night. So if you are new, please give that a look. It'll help you understand how we do it. The second link pertains to you if you're interested in using this weekly sales vehicle to move along some of your personal collection. It's called FAQs for Consignors, and it explains how to get your knives into this sale. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And this is a great time to send in knives for sharpening. I'm having a free postage sale. See the video I did a couple days ago to see how that works. So in the all-important video description, you're going to see those 3 links at the top, then the terms of the sale. And then at the bottom will be the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you're generally going to see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. And then the one on the right is the price of your knife as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. There will be room this week for 4 knives to be sharpened next day. So the first knives purchased to be sharpened from tonight's sale will ship tomorrow, Friday the 12th, along with all of the as shown inventory. Any sharpened knives that fall outside the first 4 will be done under 2 weeks. So even if you don't make it in the first 4, you won't have to wait long. Now, if you see the word sold in lieu of pricing for a given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So there's no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it message regarding any item marked sold. All caps, exclamation point. I believe that's it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we have some leftovers from last week we need to work through. The first one comes to you just in a shipping box. It is a weapons light from SureFire. The model is the X300 Turbo, the precise model number X300T-B. 3 3/3 inches overall length, black hard anodized aluminum handle. 650 lumens of output, and I did find from a comment by an interested viewer that this light does have a momentary on feature. If you turn it either way from the ambidextrous triggers, you'll get the always on, and then if you just push, you get the instant on. Beautifully constructed light. It takes 123A batteries, and this bundle will include 4 SureFire lithium batteries in the carry case. Now, Amazon has this bundle on sale, and it does come with an adapter for a pistol with an oddball rail. Do your research on that. Anyway, $354 on Amazon. This is very near mint. It does not have the internal box with it, but it does have all the goodies. Amazon gets $354 for that. We ran this bundle last week at $220, didn't sell. Dropped it to $195 for the weekend. This week, $180. That is a significant savings, my friends. It is indeed Next up, we have more illumination for you. This one from Prometheus Design, Prometheus Lights. It's the Beta QRV2 in black hard anodized aluminum body. 3 1/16 overall length, has a beautiful pocket clip retained by the plate. It does not have the quick release hardware. It is a twist light with 3 modes. The night light is 1 lumen. Then you have a 15 lumen low, 85 lumen high. Near mint, no box, or it is in box, I'm sorry. Discontinued and out of stock in version 2, which this is. When they were available, they were $65 web retail. We ran this one last week at 40, didn't sell, dropped it to 35 for the weekend. This week, $30. $30 like it is, no need to sharpen on the Prometheus Beta QRV2. Next, we have a pocket knife from the Northfield line of Great Eastern Cutlery. We have a number 59 Shaffer Farms Whittler in Sandbar Stag. The model number is 592322. Blades are 1095 steel. The closed length is 3 9/16. Nice little sleeve board Whittler, a true split back Whittler. I think you can see the center wedge spacer. So 1 spring each runs the secondary blades, and then both springs converge to run the main blade. Main is on a cam tang. It is a swedged spear. Beautiful walk and talk. About a 6.5 pull. Then you have a secondary pen and a secondary coping blade. Very, very slight rub on these blades. They're beautifully aligned. Nice walk and talk. Condition will be near mint to like new in tube. 1 sold listing on eBay for this knife, and that's the good side, the mark side. That knife did $238. We ran ours last week at $180. Didn't sell, dropped it to $165 for the weekend. This week, your price, $155 like it is, $190 I sharpen all 3 blades. That is the number 59 Shaffer Farms Whittler in Stag from Great Eastern Cutlery. Next up, we have one from Remington. It is the One That Got Away Hawkbill. Manufactured for Remington in the United States of America by Great Eastern Cutlery. Comes with the envelope and the literature and a knife. I believe this is constructed on Great Eastern's number 74 platform, so it would be kind of the virtual twin to the 74 Hay and Helper. 3 7/8 inches of closed length. You have a 1095 blade. And isn't she a stunner? Yes, she is. Satin finished. Match striker, long pull, cut swedge. Beautiful Hawkbill. Pull weight is light. I'm going to call it a 5. Maybe a 5.5. But beautiful walk and talk. And a very nicely centered blade. Near mint to like new in tube. These were produced by GEC for Remington in 2023. Couldn't find any comps, but we ran this last week at $165 on Thursday night. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $150 for the weekend. It is still here in all its glory with that saw cut bone. Let's go $140 this week, $165 if you'd like it with my edge. The One That Got Away from Remington. Next up, we got one from Escanaba, Michigan, USA. It is the number 1 selling Bark River model of all time, the Bravo 1. This is in Rampless configuration with red and black SureTouch scales, and matte brass hardware. Comes in a pancake style leather sheath that can be carried vertical high, vertical low, or scout. And here's the beauty. Blade is A2. Blade length 4 5/16, and the handle is 4 7/8. There's your Sure Touch. I don't know if this is a paper micarta. It's definitely not linen, but it's got, I don't know, it's got a little bit of give to it. It's quite beautiful in appearance and in hand. Got a nice black rawhide lanyard. Condition will be very near mint in box. This model is out of stock. When last available, it would have had a web retail of about $240 at Knife Ship Free or DLT. We ran this one last week at $185, didn't sell, dropped it to $175 for the weekend. Still here. Let's go $165 this week, $185 with my edge, the Bravo 1 Rampless from Bark River. Next up is our last leftover from last week. Comes with no box. It is a beautiful SpydieChef with that kind of acid stonewash titanium, full titanium handle, and it's a Reeve integral lock or a titanium frame lock with the old carburized lock face, no steel insert. About 70% lockup, and there it will stay. It is rock solid. No stick. Let's see if I can open it hard and get it to... Not really, no stick. Beautifully centered blade. And let's talk about the blade. It's an LC200N, a highly corrosion-resistant steel. It's not fingerprint resistant, though. Blade length is 3 5/16. The handle's 4 5/8. Rides on phosphor bronze washers, of course. Let's see. Eminently flickable. Locks up rock solid, and the centering is perfect. Near mint, no box. This model's still available, brand new. They're still making the chef. Current map price or web retail is $303. We ran this one last week at $190. Got no takers. Dropped it to $180 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's go $170 for the SpydieChef. $190 if you like it with my edge. And that, my friends, will bring us to the fresh stuff for this week. And we're going to start it off with a Benchmade I've never seen. I teased you about this relentlessly in the heads up video yesterday. It's an old black box Benchmade. It is the model number 5400 Serum with the Axis dual action mechanism. What on earth does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you. Let's talk about the handle first. 3D Machine Black G10 with some textured grooves. Clearly an Axis lock mechanism. Well, it must be a manual because there's no spine-mounted safety. The clip is Parkerized split arrow ambidextrous tip up, and it does work like an Axis lock knife. Great flicking action. You can fling it shut. Or if you pull back the Axis bar and then you just keep pulling, there's your dual action. Now, if you open it automatically, you do have some spring tension to close it because it has a torsion bar actuator. But here's the cool thing. Let's open it conventionally once, and then we'll partially close it. And if I pull back, no torsion bar action. It's got an anti-dry fire protection not to damage the mechanism. Very cool. So let's see. We have a 3 3/8 blade. Nice drop spear, very high flat grind, and 154 cm. The handle's 4 11/16. The lockup is quite rock solid once that bar seats. It sort of has to inch its way forward. Hasn't been used much. The centering is off at, turn of the millennium Benchmade. Condition is very near mint in box. So discontinued and out of stock. The last available pricing, and they've been out of production for a while. I was surprised they found it. They had a MAP price of $216, but Arizona Custom Knives recently sold one of these. It couldn't have been any nicer than this one. It did $350. This one can be yours, all in, shipped priority mail, $225 like it is $245 with my edge. On the 5400 Serum dual action auto axis from Benchmade. Beautiful knife. Next up, we have a little Hinderer box. Yes, we do. And inside it is a half-track Wharncliffe in Magna with the tri-way pivot and blade G10. And because I'm a nice guy, this is not going on my red, white, and blue DRZ. I'm actually going to let one of you guys have it. But here's the knife. The half-track. An all titanium frame lock with a black G10 overlay. Hinderer lock bar stabilizer, steel inserted lock face. The half-track does have the MBS, the modular back spacer system. This one just has these standoffs. There are several you can buy to change that up if you're a Hinderer fiddler. Right-hand tip-up pocket clip. The bearings are installed in this tri-way pivot. They work superbly. There is your Magna Wharncliffe blade. 2 13/16 inches in length, and then a 3 7/8 handle. What a stout little bugger that is. Perfect lockup, perfect action, perfect centering. Near mint to like new in box. They're out of stock, of course. Sold listings on eBay for a Magna Wharncliffe half-track range between $448 and $615. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail. $365 like it is, $390 with my edge on that Magna blade. That's the half-track Wharncliffe in Magna from Hinderer. Next up, we have what we're going to call the budget folder combo. Yes, you get one of those, and one of those, and one of those. First, we have the Columbia River Knife and Tool M16-03BK. Stainless steel frame lock. And the stainless steel scales and the hardware and the standoffs are all anodized copper. The screws and the blade and the clip are black. The blade steel is 12C27, blade length 3 9/16, handle 4 11/16. The clip goes 4 ways. Locks up thusly. Rock solid. Unphosphor bronze washers. Beautiful centering. And it flips well. How about that? Condition is near mint, no box. Then you have the beloved Ontario Rat 2. This one's scaled in Desert Tan FRN. Black blade, black clip. Stainless steel liner lock on phosphor bronze. They all have great action. I've never seen a rat that did not have snappy action. This one, no exception. D2 blade, 2 15/16 inches in length, 4-way clip, liner lock mechanism. This one engages late, but they never move. Action's beautiful. Centering is close. Condition is near mint, no box. There's been a little coating removed from the spine. I don't know if it had a little roll in the tip at some point, but anyway, there you go. And then last, we have a very strange Kershaw link. So it's the 1776 NBBW, which gets you blue aluminum scales and a blackwash blade, which is tumbled DLC. And it's the base configuration. The blade steel was 420HC. 3 3/16 blade, 4 3/8 handle, speed safe spring assist, rock solid lockup, normal, a little less than 50% engagement on the stainless steel liner lock. The centering, perfect. Now look around the edges of the handle. You're going to see some nicks. See some wear on the clip. The edge, pretty squared away. It might have been used, but it's not hurt. Anyway. So that knife would have sold for about $60 new. The Rat 2, $55. And the M16, $47. So 55 and 60 is 115 and 47 is what, 162 if you bought all three of these knives. Now this one, not in super new shape, but the other two pretty much are. Let's do the whole shooting match. $80 shipped priority mail, plus 20 each to sharpen on the budget folder combo. Next up, a knife that I have worked on, but way in the past. It is a beautiful example of a beloved and discontinued ZT. It's the 0550. This one in a scale of custom manufacture, OD green, canvas micarta. Over here on the working side, you're going to notice a little bronze lock bar stabilizer and some bronze anodized standoffs have been added that tie in nicely with the OD canvas. Pocket clip in this configuration will be tip up or down right hand only. It is a deep carry ZT clip, and the ZT etch has been worn away over the years. Knife runs on phosphor bronze washers, big, beautiful ones. Opens with thumb studs like a rocket. Yes, that is phosphor bronze washer action there, boys. Beautiful mechanism. This has had my edge on it at some point in the past. I could tell it was mine because it's got my choil enlargement, but it's been well used since then. Blades S35 VN, 3.5 inches in length. The handle's 4 9/16. It is a beautifully worn in 550 user, which is why you should own a 550, to use it. There's your lock engagement, by the way. It is a steel inserted model, so not a super early one. Serial number 6845, I think that says. Anyway, we'll call it excellent no box. Discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $225 and $315 for these. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $160 like it is, $180 with my edge. The ZT0550 from Zero Tolerance Knives. Next up, we have a Spyderco, and it has goodies. It just doesn't have a box. You have the pamphlet. You have a card explaining that your steel will rust if you don't take care of it. Uh-oh, what did I do here? I have a sticker and a bubble sleeve. I just don't have a box. But I have a knife. It is the Endela lightweight, or FRN, with the teal fiberglass reinforced nylon scales, black clip, and a blade in Bowler K390. 3 7/16 blade, 4 11/16 handle, mid-lock with the Boy Dent 4-way clip, rock solid lockup, fairly free blade. Centering is going to be off to the top side slightly, just as you're looking at it. Very slight K390 patina. So we'll call it excellent, no box. A little bit of clip wear. Down there. These are available new from your favorite Spyderco web retailer for $148. Let's do this one at $100 like it is, $125 with my edge on the Endela in teal and K390. Next up, we have more Spyderco goodness for you. And again, I have no box, but I got stuff. I have a bubble wrap slip. I got a Spyderco brochure. I got a Take Care of Your Knife card, and I got a sticker. And I got a knife. I see a theme recurring. This is the Teal FRN handled Delica Wharncliffe in K390 steel. Are you kidding me? And this K390 looks like it has like virtually zero patina. 4-way clip in black. One tiny little chip on the side of the clip, just very, very tiny. You got a 2 7/8 blade. You got a 4 1/4 handle. You got a mid-lock mechanism, 4-way clip. 2 7/8 blade, 4 1/4 handle. It's all Delica. It just drops in the hand beautifully. Very usable blade. Lockup is rock solid. Blade's fairly free. Centering is close on this one. Very close. You could almost call it perfect. You could call it perfect if you wanted to. We'll say the condition is near mint, no box, very, very slight clip wear. This model is out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail price of $130. Found one sold listing on eBay for $115. These are out of stock. You can buy this one for $95 like it is $120 with my edge. That is the Delica Wharnie in teal and K390 from Spyderco. Next up, it's our last Spidey without a box. This one you only get a brochure, no other goodies. This is an interesting knife. I didn't know it existed. So it's another Delica, and this is in the yellow and green Zome, which is an FRN type polymer, and the color goes all the way through it, as you can see. 4-way clip, the tumble polished variety, mid-lock mechanism. 2 7/8 standard Delica blade, but most of these Zome knives are VG10. This is an S30V. They did this in this color and maybe one other one. I hope they keep doing it. Get rid of VG10 altogether. Such a beautiful thin blade. Rock solid lockup. Normal blade resistance. Beautiful centering. We'll call it near mint, no box. They're out of stock. When they were available, they were $85 and you can't buy one. And it's got a very interesting steel. Let's go $70 on this one, $90 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The Delica FFG in green and yellow Zome with an S30V blade. Next up, no box with this, but what a cool blade. From Southern Grind, it's the big boy, the Bad Monkey. Scaled in 3D machined OD green G10, and that is a right smart mill pattern. I like it. It's got a great aesthetic. Notice how the ribs converge and they're offset down the middle. It's very nice texture. Tumble polished right hand tip up clip. You have your proprietary Southern grind hardware. Knife opens with thumb studs. Oh my. Oh my. Look at that beauty. It's in 14C28N, and you know, you might poo-poo that steel, but look how beautiful it finishes. A gorgeous Tanto profile, and that little edge right there is sharp, which makes it very stabby. Blade length is 3 15/16. The handle's 5 3/16. It's a titanium liner lock. Locks up pretty doggone early. Very solidly. No stick. Knife rides on phosphor bronze washers, and it rides well. And the centering, bang on. Near mint to like new, no box. They're out of stock with the OD handle. PVK has them in stock in black for $255. I think the OD green ones were more than that, but I can't necessarily prove it. There's an archive page, I think, on Southern Grind's website that listed them for like $299. I don't know what they were actually available for, though. There are no comps on eBay. Let's do $195 on this one. $220 if you like it with my edge. That's just a beautiful knife. The Bad Monkey Tanto from Southern Grind. Next up, it's buck time, boys. No box with this one, but I do have a 1 of 750 certificate of authenticity for this limited edition, and I got a forever warranty card. I have a beautiful buck split grain leather sheath, proudly made in the USA, and the knife inside is this beauty with the 50-year anniversary shield in the Ebony scale. I believe these were made in, what, 2022? Yeah. So nickel silver bolsters and end caps, Gabon Ebony scales, and a blade in Paul Boss heat-treated S30V steel. 2 15/16 blade, 4 5/16 handle. Of course, it has a lockback mechanism. The lockup is dead rock solid. The blade is very free before it encounters the resistance of the back spring. And the centering is... what? Could it be perfect? It's a buck. It is. So these are long out of stock. I think they had a web retail in their limited run of about $150. This one is near mint, no box, beautiful mechanics, and yours for the bargain price of $100, shipped priority mail, $120 with my edge. The Buck 112 Ranger in Ebony and S30V. Next up, we have more buck. And we just have a warranty card for this one. No box. Comes in the black, smooth leather sheath. And this sheath probably not made in the USA because it doesn't say so. The knife is, though. Another Buck 112 Ranger. This one in matte finished or satin finished nickel silver bolsters and end caps with black G10 scales. Does have an S30V blade, heat treated by Paul Boss, or with his process. 2 15/16 blade, 4 5/16 handle. The action is beautifully free. The centering is beautiful. There is a very, very, very slight amount of vertical play. Very slight. Certainly near mint, no box. Discontinued, not a stock. Why would they discontinue that? I don't know. Sold listings on eBay ranging between, I don't have any because I couldn't find any. Oh, the original retail price, web retail, was between 100 and 130, depending on where you found it and when. Your price for this one's 75 bucks, like it is. 100 with an ApostleP Edge. That's the 112 Ranger in G10 and S30V from Buck. Next up, a very interesting blade from Spartan and Ronin. I guess, is that a lefty-mounted clip? It is. It goes both ways, though. Anyway, this is the Shoto Karambit, which is an interesting nomenclature because you're going to be expecting a Hawkbill blade, which this does not have. Coarse peel-ply black G10, reversible tip-up deep carry clip with fill tab, an Emerson licensed wave mechanism, a blade of CTS XHP in a blackwash finish, but it's a Tanto. What do you think about that? 2 5/8 blade, 5 1/4 inch ringtail handle. Black G10 backspacer. Very robust stainless steel liner lock mechanism. It feels like it must be heavily milled for lightning, but I don't know that it is. So phosphor bronze washers, opens with a wave. Action's beautiful. Centering is as well. How's the lockup? Rock solid. We'll call it near mint, no box. This model is currently available new for a web retail price of $155 plus tax. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, 110 bucks like it is, 135 with an ApostleP Edge. Did I mention it has a blade of CTS XHP? It does. The Shoto Karambit from Spartan and Ronin. Time to turn the page. Okay, next up, we have a combo deal that we will call the Kaiser Budget Combo. It comes with 2 knives. The first one is the V4568N1 Nalu Z82 Flipper. Wow. I got some slightly crowned satin finish black G10 scales. I got a black right-hand tip-up pocket clip. I got some brass anodized pivot collars, and apparently I have a flipper. Oh. It's like a clip point Tanto in Bowler N690. 3 7/16 blade, 4 3/4 handle, stainless steel liner lock, locking up just like that. Rock solid. Get a finger choil if you have very small Chinese fingers. Lock up, rock solid. Runs all ball bearings. Centering's perfect. Kind of a blackwash blade of some kind. That dog will hunt. And then you have the V4726A1 Retro. The model name is the Retro. So you get kind of a tannish linen micarta scale set. You have, I don't know if this is brass or aluminum anodized to look like brass, but you have a shield that's kind of an arrowhead and then some pivot collars. Pocket clip, ambidextrous, tip up, deep carry polished with the Kaiser maker's mark. You can open it with thumb studs or you can front flip it. Blade runs on ball bearings. I guess you could even use that little fuller. A spear point blade in Nitro V. That is 3.5 inches in length and a 4 5/8 handle. Liner lock, locks up there. Rock solid. Beautiful. Centered up. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to call both of these near mint, maybe near mint to like new on the Retro. These are out of stock. the Nalu. They were $40 web retail when they were new. The retros are in stock. They're $75 web retail, so you'd have $115 for both. Let's do $70 for the pair, shipped priority mail, plus 20 each to sharpen. That's the Kaiser Budget Combo. Next up, ooh, we got one from Monterey Bay. I think we just get the pouch and the knife. This is the Monterey Bay Old Guard, and it's not the new one in the crappy steel. This is an Old Guard in M390. I think it's a Laconico and Owens collab on the design. They just wanted to make a classic, simple folder. And they did, didn't they? A very high flat grind on that M390 blade. 3.5 inches in blade length, 4 5/8 inches of handle. Just falls into the hand beautifully. Now, although the handle is all titanium, including the right-hand tip-up milled titanium clip, the mechanism is a stainless steel, I guess you could call it a subframe lock. And it rides, I think it rides on phosphor bronze, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. The detent's perfect. That's something else. You could maybe tighten that pivot just a little bit, but the blade's still very well centered. Near mint in pouch, discontinued, out of stock. I found one recently sold on Arizona custom knives for $225. Let's run this one at $165 like it is, $190 with my edge. Monterey Bay Old Guard in M390. Next up, a beauty from case. A beauty from case. Made in 1985. It's the 6392 Stockman. Nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. 4 inches closed length. CV steel blades. Oh, that's 1095 chromium and vanadium, right? The CV steel. Brown Appaloosa bone covers. How beautiful are those? Oval shield. All the blades are on cam tangs, and I can't tell you how satisfying that walk and talk is. Clip point main, tumble polished. Listen to that. 7.5 pull on cams, and it's beautiful. Center sheep's foot and offside spay. A little bit of rubbing with the spay blade and the liner, but nothing horrible. Excellent to near mint, no box. Again, made in 1985. I did find sold listings on eBay for this model from this vintage, ranging between $125 and $162. Sold listings. Let's go $90 on this one. $125. I sharpen all 3 blades. The 6392 Stockman from 1985. In case. Next up, more case. We got a model 3154LC CV trapper lock. So it looks like a slim trapper, but I got a thumb stud and a liner lock and a pocket clip. Nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, yellow Delrent covers with that oval shield. Now this does not have back spring tension. This has a more conventional liner lock, more of a modern liner lock. So I think you can almost flick it. Probably could if you got good at it. You got the 1095 Crovan steel muskrat clip point blade. Closed length is 4 1/8. Very slight bit of vertical play, probably because the liner's all the way against The liner locking leaf is all the way against the far liner, but not unusual for these. Centering looks great. We'll say near mint, no box. These are out of stock. Sold listings on eBay, they're high. They must not be making these anymore. Sold listings on eBay, used, between $140 and $198. Let's go 95 on this one. 115 with an Apostle P edge. The 3154 LC CV Trapper Lock from Case. Next up, we have something we're going to call the First Responder Tool Combo. The First Responder Tool Combo. 2 items. First from Benchmade, it's the Benchmade Model 5. Rescue hook and seatbelt cutter. So you got the strap or seatbelt cutter. Not sure what that does, except it allows you to slip it on like a lanyard, but I don't know. And then you got a bottle opener, and is that an oxygen tank wrench? You guys know more than I do. I couldn't really find a great description. It does come in a really awesome nylon sheath. So this is MOLLE attachable. And then great Velcro. So if you've got it mollied, you just pull this tab and it's ready to rock. That's very nice. And then you have from Wantanu Inc. It's their TK3 First Responder Tool, oxygen wrench, window punch, bottle opener, and keychain. Okay. So there's your oxygen wrench. There's your bottle opener, there's your keychain, and there's your window punch in some kind of FRN material or Glock handle material. So let's see. The Benchmade 5 is discontinued, not of stock. I have no idea how much they were. These are like $20. You can have the whole shooting match, shipped priority mail, $30. The First Responder Tool Combo. And then next up, Strider guys. Strider guys. Here you go. We have some accessories for you from MXG Gear Inc. We have a bronze anodized titanium deep carry clip that fits SNG and SMF models. Very, very light wear on that clip. And then you got this. It goes on your keychain. Guess what it does? It adjusts Strider pivots. So if you're out with your Strider and you notice that your pivot has gotten loose and you're miles from home, you have that on your key ring. What do you think of that? I don't know. I know the clips are 20. These are probably more than that. I didn't really price them. This can be yours, both tools included, $30, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the MXG Gear Strider Clip and Pivot Tool. Next up, we have a knife from Ontario. Yes, we do. In a nice polymer reinforced nylon sheath. Looks like it's MOLLE compatible. Good snap. This is the TAK-1, TAK-1. It's almost like they're trying to divorce from Randall Adventure Training. 1095 steel, black crinkle coat, 4 9/16 blade. The handle, I guess we'd call that a natural canvas micarta, removable of course. The handle is so good in the hand. 5 3/8 inches in length. It appears to be brand new. I mean, like that's never been in the hand for more than 10 seconds. How about that? No box. Let's see. You can buy these brand new for $96, plus tax and postage probably. This one can be yours, all in, shipped priority mail. $70 like it is. $90 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Tac 1 fixed blade from Ontario. Next up. Oh, well, we have one from the Benchmade Knife Company. It's just a 560 BK-1 Freak, otherwise known as the Super Freak, one of my favorite Benchmades of all time. 3D machine, black and gray layered G10 scales, red G10 liners, red hard anodized aluminum standoffs, ambidextrous tip up, Parkerized split arrow clip, axis lock mechanism, opens with thumb studs, rides on phosphor bronze. Uh-oh. And then we have this beautiful droppy speary blade in CPM M4 with a Cerakote finish. And it's a prototype from December of 2018. Are you kidding me? Blade length 3 9/16, handle 4 7/8. Almost a free dropper. Beautiful action, rock solid lockup. I bet the blade centering's perfect. Son of a gun. It is. It is near mint to like new in box. You can't find one of these for sale anywhere. I mean, anywhere. This isn't the first production run, which is a nebulous designation because they made thousands of those in different models. There aren't too many of those, boys. Now, I know you can buy a nice one of these like between $175 and $195 used, but you can't buy the prototype anywhere. Your price for this one, $225 like it is, $250 with an ApostleP edge. You probably don't want to sharpen that one. Just saying. Next up, we got a little run of Great Eastern Cutlery items for you. Here's the first one. It's the Sow Belly from 2022. But they didn't call it a Sow Belly. They called the model a Bayou Trapper. And this is the one to have, if you respect the name, right? Model 888222 in swamp green jigged bone. The shield is an alligator. That's what that knife should be. You got lined and pinched nickel silver bolsters and end caps. You have beautiful swamp green bone, a beautiful alligator shield, brass liners, brass hardware, a muskrat clip main, almost a special clip, polished with the gator etch. Secondary blade is a lamb foot. Nice usable blade for a secondary. Both blades run on cam tangs. They pull at a 7.5, maybe an 8. Walk and talk is beautiful. Centering is as well. Closed length is 4 inches. They are, of course, discontinued and out of stock. I found some sold listings on eBay for the knife configured exactly like this. They ranged between $255 and $562. Somebody actually paid $562 for one of these. I'm not going to ask you to do that. Not even $255. Your price for this one, $220 like it is. $250 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Northfield 88 Bayou Trapper in swamp green jig bone from GEC. Next. More Great Eastern. This from the Titty Ute line. It is a number 15 Urban Jack. Nothing like making fun of millennials with beards and flannels. Model 153224 in elderberry jig bone. This is really good looking elderberry too, by the way. There's your button. There's your knife. Look at that stuff. Not pink at all. I love the bespoke Urban Jack shield. You got a closed length of 3.5 inches. You got a lanyard tube, some pins, some nickel silver, some brass. You got one sheep's foot blade with your bearded dude. long pull, cut swedge. Pulls at about 5.5, maybe a 6. And then you got your comb, not a comb, it's a bar tool. See, it says that right there, bar tool. Yep. Beautiful walk and talk, beautiful tool alignment. Near mint to like new in tube with button. Let's go 145 on this one. 160 if you'd like it with my edge. And next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4. The GEC Titty number 15 Urban Jack in Elderberry Jig Bone. Next up. Uh-oh. Look at that. Titty cutlery. Good as gold. Celebrated pocket cutlery. The Tractor Green Saw Cut Bone Barlow. Model 153124. It's a TC Barlow. Look at that, John Deere boys. This one's for you. Nickel silver bolsters. There's just nothing like that TC engraved maker's mark on the bolster of these knives. Nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, beautiful bone, single sheep's foot with the good as gold etch, cut swedge, long pull, 3.5 inches closed length, 5.5 pull, perfect walk and talk, perfect centering. We'll call it near mint to like new in tube. They were run in 2024, so if it's been more than 5 minutes since they dropped, they're out of stock, and they are. Sold listings on eBay for this exact model range between $250 and $331. Let's go $225 on this one. $240 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The GEC Titty number 15 Tractor Green Barlow. Next up, we have the Rob's Pick tonight. The early birds did not get to see this. And this might be a bit of a surprise to some of you because it's not an expensive knife. It's not a particularly rare knife. It's just gorgeous. It's from Great Eastern Cutlery, the Northfield Unexcelled line. It's a model 493121 in blue camel bone. So this is the Freedom Jack. So remember, they ran the 94 Liberty Jack and the 49 Freedom Jack. And they run the same sort of mini gun stock handle, but they're just turned a different direction. So the 94 had a clip point blade that sat this way, and then the 49, and you can see there's a little bit of sway back to it. It uses a sheep's foot blade in the other side, kind of like the 47 and the 74, I guess, right? The 49 and the 94. Beautiful polished sheep's foot long pull cut swedge. A closed length of 3 3/16. The covers are stunning blue camel bone with the cloud shield, triple line bolsters, chamfered end caps, nickel, silver, and brass. Pull weight about a 6.5, not quite a 7. Perfect walk and talk. Perfect centering. Near mint in tube. Discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay. These have crept up, especially in the blue camel bone. Sold listings on eBay between $196 and $274. Are you kidding me? Your price for this one? This is why it's the Rob's Pick, because I think I'm pricing it attractively. $165 like it is, $180 with an ApostleP edge, and next day sharpening is available. The GEC Northfield 49 Freedom Jack in blue camel bone is the Rob's Pick tonight. Next up, we have a Spyderco dealer exclusive for River's Edge Cutlery. There's your model number. It's a paramilitary 2 in CTS 204P. with OD green G10 scales, black hardware, and a Cerakoted blade in flat dark earth with Carpenter's CTS 204P steel. You guys know the dimensions on this knife, don't you? 3 7/16 blade, 4 13/16 handle, compression lock mechanism. Blade rides on phosphor bronze washers, opens with a hole. Rock solid lockup. The centering I'm going to call close. Condition like new in box. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. Sold listings on eBay, and there are several. I guess the flippers love these. Sold listings between $189 and $399, depending on condition. You'll not find a nicer one than this. Your price, $225, like it is, $250 with an TheApostleP edge. It's so new, the clip has never been moved. Next day sharpening is available. That's the Para 2 in OD, FDE, and 204P. Next up, our last Spyderco tonight. Son of a gun. Made in USA. It's a Yojimbo 2. Whoops. But not just any Yojimbo 2. This one's wearing a little bling. Yeah, we got standard black G10. We got a standard S30V blade. But we have some titanium hardware in a neon green, including the deep carry titanium pocket clip. I think those are a Lynch. All of that stuff. Anyway, pretty cool. Kind of fits the knife. You have that stunning blade, stylized Wharncliffe. Very tactical, by the way. 3 1/4 inch blade in S30V, 4 7/16 handle. Rock solid compression lock lockup. Free swinging blade. Perfectly centered. Condition will be near mint in box. So the price of the knife, brand new, at your favorite Spyderco web or retailer, is $227 these days. Plus the goodies, I don't know, probably what, $40 on the Lynch Northwest website, something like that. So you'd have like $265, $270 in it new. Let's just do this one at $180 like it is. $200 with an TheApostleP edge. And by the way, the original pocket clip and screws are in the box, in case you want to take it back to stock. The Yojimbo 2 with custom hardware by Spyderco. Next up, we have a knife from Kershaw in what looks like a reissue box, because there's no model label. It is the model 7650, which is the Launch 13. You get the black, hard anodized aluminum handle, the most ambitious design of all the launches. You have an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip. You have a button lock automatic. And then you have that stunning stylized Wharncliffe two-tone blade. Does have a little roll at the tip, just so you know. CPM 154 is your blade steel. 3 3/8 blade, 4 1/2 inch handle. Rock solid button lock lockup. Feels like a pretty strong spring. Let's see how it opens. It does. Open well. The lockup is dead rock solid. The centering will be down the middle because it's a launch. So I'm going to say it's excellent in box. There are a couple nicks in the edges of the handle right there. And then you got that little tip roll. So let's see. These are $165 web retail. I think let's just do this one at $95. $115 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the 7650 Launch 13 from Kershaw. Next up. Oh, this is interesting. We have a Civivi pouch. And And there's a Civivi knife in it. But here's a little box from Civivi that holds what they call a T-clip, which is a tech lock. So you get that even though it has nothing to do with the knife you're getting. It was just in the box together. If that makes any sense. So everybody's got a fixed blade that needs one of those. The knife is the C908DS-2 in sight with what they call copper shred carbon fiber. I guess that makes complete sense. Beautiful handles. It's a flipper, runs on ball bearings, and a Damascus blade. And just to note, somebody must have scratched it or done something, because it's got some like Scotch-Brite work down by the edge, just so you know. And somebody has installed an aftermarket thumb stud. I don't know why, but they have. Damascus blade, 3 5/8 inches in length. Stainless steel liner lock, locking up early. Pocket clip, deep carry, right hand tip up. Blade length, 3 5/8, handle 4 7/8. It doesn't, I don't know, I wouldn't call that lock slip. It just moves a little bit. Kind of like a Spyderco military, but anyway. Centering is beautiful. So's the action. So you get that. You get that. And you get a Smith's Diamond Combination Sharpener, 4-inch length, with a sheath. So let's see. The Insight sells for $118 web retail, but they're out of stock. I have no idea on the T-clip. The Smith's Diamond Combi Sharpener sell for $25. You get the whole shooting match, $65. $85 I sharpen the Insight. What do you think of that? Huh? Next up, we got one from Benchmade. No box, but oh, what a knife. It's the 2750 FE-2 Auto Adamas with OD Green G10, a flat dark earth Cerakoted blade, and CPM Crewwear steel. Parkerized deep carry ambidextrous tip-up clip. Spine-mounted safety, because it's an auto axis. Yes, sirree. Oh, my. 3 3/4 blade, 5 1/8 handle. Rock solid. Everything heavy on these knives. Yep. There you go. We'll call it near mint. No box. This model currently available for sale at your favorite Benchmade web retailer. A new one will run you $400. I think you should just buy this one. $250 like it is. $270 with an ApostleP edge. That's the 2750 FE-2 Auto Adamas from Benchmade. Next up, we have a little beauty from McNeese Knives, made in the USA. Let's see what's in there. There's not much in there. Okay. Some protective wrapping. Come on now. There we go. This is the Mac 2 Auto Mac from McNeese. And it's kind of special. The scales are called atomic finished aluminum. It's like an acid stone washed aluminum. The pocket clip is right-hand tip up, not deep carry, right-hand tip up in titanium. Now, McNeese takes pride in their automatics being super snappy. Let's see if that's true. Dudes, I can't tell you how much you need to be holding on to that knife. That's something else. It's awesome, actually. The blade is 3 3/8 inches of atomic finished CPM Magna Cut, a stunning hollow ground clip point, super thin behind the edge. 3 3/8 blade, 4 1/8 handle. That is some serious blade to handle efficiency, guys. Oh man, is that good in the hand. Anyway, rock solid lockup, stupendous action, perfect centering. It's like new in the box. These are out of stock currently. When they were available, they had a web retail price of $400, and you can't buy one. Dang, if that had a lefty clip mount. I like that knife. Your price, $310 like it is, $335 with my edge. Next day sharpening is available. The McNeese Mac 2 Auto Mac in Magna Cut. Super cool. Next up, we're going to finish with a little Microtech party. We got 3 of them. The first one is a Signature Series Microtech. I've never seen one of these, and it's so cool. Model 119R-10S. It's an Ultratech Hellhound Razor. So you got your black Ultratech handle, the contoured version, the current version, right? You got your beautiful Marfione dagger. You got Tony's signature on the pocket clip. You got the claw. The serial number is 044, and the date of manufacture is 11 of 22. So hard to catch that on the camera. Anyway, it is a dual action out the front automatic, but wait till you see this. Yes. Oh, God. That is freaking stunning. Stonewash and satin, perforations. Look at the detail on the end of the blade. It's just so cool. Premium stainless steel, as all Signature Series Microtechs are. That just means they can run them in whatever they're running. Probably M390, M390 MK with that vintage. Blade length is 3 5/16. The handle's 5 inches to the end of the glass breaker. Medium firm button. 100% reliable. Near mint to like new in box. I think I did find these in stock, probably at PVK. They're $480 new. Web retail. This one can be yours. All in, shipped, priority mail, $325 like it is. $350 with my edge. Next day sharpening is available. It's the Ultratech Hellhound Razor from Microtech. Next, a newer release from Microtech that I really like. Model 184-12. It's the Glycon with the bayonet blade, black handle, bead blast overlay. Nickel boron internals. Well, just a stunning pocket knife. Dual action OTF automatic. Bayonet ground blade. Combo edges on top and bottom. Blade steel is hard to see, but it's right there, M390. Blade length is 3 3/4. The handle is 5 3/16. All aluminum construction. Black hard anodized on the bottom, bead blasted on the top. The pocket clip is titanium milled, ambidextrous. The serial number is 838. It was built 4 of 23. I will call that button effort medium firm. The reliability is 100%. It's near mint to like new in box. These are available new. Web retail is $5.49. This one can be yours. All in, shipped priority mail, $375. No need to sharpen. The Glycon Bayonet Auto from Microtech. And that brings us to the last item in tonight's sale, and it's another Microtech. This is the Model 227-10 Duroc Delta Double Edge. A super sweet dual action out the front automatic with the side mounted button. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. 5 5/8 stem to stern to the end of the ball bearing glass breaker. Button effort, I'm going to say firm, but 100% reliable. The blade is in M390. A slender sticker, wouldn't you say? Blade length is 3 3/4 inches long. Serial number is 7326. Born on date is 11 of 22. We'll call it near mint in box. Probably call it like new if you wanted. This model currently available for a web retail price of $372. We shall offer this one at $250. No need to sharpen. That's the Duroc Delta from Microtech. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.